Hey guys! Have you ever wondered what equipment you might need to take along in order to make like an adventure video or a vlog? Well, your waiting is over because right now I'm going to show you what Hannah and I use when we go on our adventures and what equipment is the most important that we bring. Real quick, if you haven't seen our last video yet, please go and watch that because we're going to be referencing that and you're going to need to see it before. Okay, let's get started. So first, obviously, you need a camera. You can't make adventure videos without any sort of camera. I use the Canon Rebel T6i and basically all the footage that you see is from this camera. It shoots photos in 24.2 megapixels and shoots full 1080p video at 30 frames per second. That's fancy talk for it takes pretty good photos and takes pretty good video as well. The camera can also shoot up to 60 frames per second, which is really cool, but the downside is the resolution has to be dropped from 1080p to 720. And there is a noticeable difference in that, but it's not too severe. One more thing to consider about the camera that you get is the sensor size. The T6i, like the one I'm using right now, is a crop sensor and the crop factor is 1.6. With this in mind, you'll have to put some extra thought into which lens you use and how you use it. With a 1.6 crop sensor, it'll actually magnify whatever lens you have by 1.6. So if you're shooting with a 50mm lens, it'll actually turn into an 80mm lens. If you're shooting far away objects, you could definitely benefit by that extra push and that extra lens magnification, but there is a reduction in quality. But I will admit that the increased resolution and quality of a full frame does beat a crop sensor, and if you have the budget to include a full frame in your arsenal, definitely go do that. Next, we'll dive into audio. Audio is just as important as film, if not even more so. Many people focus all their time and their effort into making their video look good, and that's amazing, and it pays off a lot of the time, but if your video is good but your audio is lacking, viewers are definitely going to notice that and they're not going to think that your project is as high quality. And if you have great video with poor audio, it's just going to look like shit. First, if you can help it, try not to use an on-camera mic. It won't give you that crisp and clear audio. Use a professional mic like a Rode or a Zoom H4n, and I highly recommend the Zoom H4n. That's what I use. This little box of happiness records crisp and clear audio for your vlogs, and it could even double as recording special effects sounds. The big upside with this recorder is since it's not connected to your camera, you could move it wherever you want. You could get it in those hard to reach places that your camera can't fit. Part of the audio used in this last vlog was audio I actually captured from a nearby stream. The mic wasn't even on the camera at that point. I just went after and got some of that sound effects. The only downside is that if you're vlogging with this, you're gonna have to sync the audio back into your editing software and sync it with the clips. And that's kind of cumbersome. It takes a little bit of time. But once you get on a roll and you really know how to do it, it's not going to take too long. It's a good trade-off for really good and crisp and clear audio. But remember to use a windscreen to reduce that noise. There's been so many times where I've been in a setting in like a forest or I'm out in nature and it's a little bit windy but not noticeable to our ears, and if you don't have a windscreen, you're going to get that sound that just ruins your audio, ruins anything. You basically can't use it. The lens that we use when we vlog is a Tokina 11-16. It's a wide angle lens, so it lets us both be in the frame at the same time without having to get too close together. It's also the lens that we go to when we want smoother shots. Shooting at a wider focal length helps cut down on the camera shake. In addition to the 11-16 lens, we also use a stabilizer called a GlideCam, and this thing is seriously a beast. It's so heavy. It has 3-axis gyroscopic technology that helps you get like this nice, crisp, and smooth as vegan butter picture. I want a bagel. The downside of this amazing piece of equipment is it's really heavy, and if you don't have any forearm strength, you're not gonna have a good time. If you're using that all day, you'll get buff from it. And it's a pain in the ass to balance it. Balancing it is a whole nother story, but it's worth it. I can't explain how to balance it in this video, so next week I'm actually gonna have a video where you learn how to balance the GlideCam. But all that aside, it's a big piece of equipment that I rarely leave home without when I'm going out shooting. Last but not least, we have the amazing GorillaPod. This thing is seriously the best. It's small enough that it doesn't take up that much room in your bag, but it still has so many uses. I use it as a handle for when I'm vlogging, so you could also wrap it around like tree branches or railings to get different shots that you wouldn't be able to get with a conventional tripod. The thing ran me about $40, but compared to all the other film equipment, that's not really that expensive, and it's definitely worth way more. That thing's always in my camera bag. It's small enough, I just throw it in there, forget about it, and then when I need it, it's there. So this is the equipment that we use to get the shots that are in our vlog. None of these companies sponsored this video at all. I'm just sharing what I love about these products and what I don't like about these products, but how we make our videos. If you like this video, please, please, please click the subscribe button. It's that little red button that's down there, and it's just calling your name. It's just saying, hey, subscribe to us, because we're super cool people that go on adventures and stuff. So you're gonna want to keep up to date with that. We have a lot of places planned in the future that we're gonna go do. You get to hear us make bad jokes, and that's the best. Thank you for watching. Again, please click subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to both of us. And we're gonna be posting an adventure video every Monday and a tutorial every Friday or Saturday, depending on when I get the video done. But 2 videos a week, that's not that bad. So thanks for watching. See you guys later, and see you in a couple days. Bye.